And we learned during the roundtable of what some of the new insignias and what the patch was made up and where they came from. So I thought that was very cool. Like for example, the red spearhead that makes up the big portion of the new patch was the same as the Special Forces or Delta Force or Special Operations, and the Devil's Brigade, which was the first Special Service force. So it looked exactly like that shape, that kind of red spear thing. It was very cool.
Right. And in our podcast, when I had showed Dad's Eisenhower jacket, that patch is on there, and we weren't sure about everything in it. Well, one of the things that we saw in it was that black ribbon
Yeah.
above the Viking ship. And that black ribbon refers to the Darby's Rangers, which was the first Ranger battalion. They were the ones that invaded North Africa, and Darby was their leader, and he had trained these guys. They were very successful in Africa, and he had so much success in Africa that the military wanted to use him further in Italy. And they said, we're going to fit you out with more troops. Well, the troops that they fitted him out with weren't as well trained as his men that he had trained himself personally,
Mm.
and they did a good job in Italy. But because of these newer recruits, they struggled a little bit. And in fact, at Anzio and Cisterna, they really had a tough go of things, and they were decimated. So the remaining Rangers, come January of 1945, are sent to Barneville, France, where Dad sent, and joined with the 99th and these Rangers to form this new regiment, the 474th.
That's an incredible story. Yeah, we didn't know what that black ribbon above there was, but
Yeah.
it's shaped the same way as the Rangers patches. And of course the other element, the third element that made up the 474th Infantry Regiment was the Viking ship. Of course, the Viking ship is from the original 99th patch.
Yeah, that's right. And I kind of like it because it's the biggest part of the patch.
Of course.
Yeah, and shortly after they were formed, Chris, the 474th was called into duty to assist with what was found at the Merkers mine. So this was